Good morning. We have made it to another Friday. Happy Friday. Let's begin this morning at the wake up flow, putting our feet about shoulder width apart. Let your arms hang loosely to the sides, a little bit of space under the arms. Knees kind of soft and bouncy. Torso nice and upright. You can imagine your head being pulled up by a string to lengthen the neck, and then tuck your chin back just a little bit. And let's begin to turn from side to side, just letting the arms swing free. And we'll pick up a little bit of a rhythm here before we move on. Just getting the body loosened up a little bit, some fluid moving in the joints, body temp up just a bit. And as we get this into a rhythm, take the hands into loose fists and begin tapping the lower belly and lower back. Call this warm-up move knocking on the door of life. Some acupressure points in our midsection, our lower belly, our lower dantian. So the few forms we'll wander through today are part of a practice we'll do later today. One of an endless array of practices that build around the 5-element theory. So the 5 elements: fire for summer, earth for late summer, metal for autumn, water for winter, and wood for spring. And they associate with colors and tastes and seasons and organ meridian systems in the body. And doing a 5-element practice helps to bring all those things back into balance. Without further discussion of the kind of the technical intricacies of the movements and what they affect and all of the things that revolve around the meridian systems, we'll just kind of use the forms to get us woke up, get our energy moving, and get us ready for our day. Many ways to do 5-element practices. There's a pair of organ systems that are connected to each one of the elements. We're going to be doing what's called the Yin Organ Meridian for each one today, starting with fire. Sometimes we do them seasonally, and we start and end with the season we're in, which currently would be autumn metal. We'll begin with fire today. It's a traditional way to start a 5 elements practice. Let's take the front hand up the body, knocking into that little hollow spot where the chest and the shoulder meet. This one does feel seasonal, as the lungs are associated with autumn and metal element, and this acupressure point happens to be at the end of the lung meridian. Used in the tapping disciplines, tap away stress and anxiety, and medically said to be good for immunity. And let's begin to deepen out the breath, breathing in through the nose if you're able, and then taking a long and conscious out breath through either the mouth or the nose. Come back down to the belly for a few. Consciously beginning to shift the weight from side to side, rolling to the inside and outside of each foot. It's these little subtle things that just become part of the flows that help with balance. A little right side, left side, right brain, left brain thing going on. Helps with mental clarity. And then we connect up the breath. Just almost endless array of benefits to the body for being able to regulate the breath, and in particular, bringing our movement in harmony with the breath. Float the arms off the body and turn that tap into a reach. And let your arms swing. Carry that trailing heel off the floor. And then let's slow this down, getting ready to connect to the breath. Shrinking the movement down, working our way back to that starting neutral position, what we call Wuji. And then let's connect to the breath. Breathing in, spread the elbows apart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then as you breathe out, fold it all back in and gently round the back. Just letting the breath drive the speed that you're moving. Letting the body move with the breath. Breathing in as we rise and expand. Breathing out as we relax and release. And for the last few, let's add a little bit of a turn here at the top. Come on back to center when you breathe out. Yeah, let's get one more on each side. And then just rise and relax back into that neutral starting position. Beginning with the element of fire for the heart meridian. Arms float up on the sides, palms up. Draw the hands toward the front, pinkies approaching each other, and then pull the hands in. Spiral them, press out and away. Pulling in, pull the pinkies into the heart. Spiral the hands, press away. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Parting the clouds. There are quite a few different variations of this movement that go by this name. This is just one of many. All kind of have the same idea in mind. It's really easy to follow the breath, stretching out those meridian lines that run down the arms and into the chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's take one more. And just let the arms float back down. In 5-element practice, we generally sort of make some space between each movement. We do that with some kind of clearing movement. We'll do one today called sinking the chi. So let the arms rise to about shoulder height. Fold them in, draw the hands into the chest, turn the palms over and press down. Let's do that one more time, called sinking the chi. And sometimes I'll just refer to it as let's clear some space before the next movement. Next movement's for earth, for the spleen meridian. Arms float up in front with hands facing each other, kind of like you're holding a ball. Spin that ball, and then both hands are going to turn over, press away from each other. Let your eyes follow the top one. Breathe in. The arms approach each other, hands passing each other, both turning over. Eyes follow the top hand. Breathe out as you stretch. Separating earth and sky. Breathing in as the hands transition. Breathing out as we stretch the hands away from each other. do one more. And then let the hands come back to that catching the ball position. Spin the ball, flatten the palms, and let them float down. And let's sink the chi. Rising, gathering, pressing down. Moving on to metal for the lung meridian. Hands come up into cactus hands here as we inhale. Exhale, pull both hands in. Elbows and fists come together. Breathing in, open back up. Breathing out, folding in. This is opening and closing the gate. In our regular morning session this morning, we'll be doing also the forms for the yang organ. So we'll be pairing the yin and yang organs and the seasons and the elements all together into a complete 5 elements practice. Let's take one more here. Breathing in, closing the gate, breathing out. And then just relax back down to Uchi. And sinking the chi. Stay with me now. As we move on to water, the movements get a little more complicated. Let's start by turning one foot to the side. Hands come up to the sides. Take your front hand, turn that one over, and make claws. Now, without moving anything else, take those claws over onto one side, side bend. Come on back. And then relax the hands. Let them float past the body as you turn the foot in. Turn the other foot out. Same thing on the other side. Turn the top hand out. Now you have claws. The hands the same distance away from each other. Turn and stretch. Come on back over. Sweep the hands down. Turn one foot in, the other foot out. And we'll do one more on each side. This is Black Tiger, straightens his waist. Actually, this is Tiger, stretches his back. We have Tiger show up a couple of times in this set. And arms swing through and then just relax back to Uji. Then we finish with wood. Let's sway like trees. So arms float up. Palms facing each other. And then imagine yourself as a tall tree, just swaying in the breeze. Firmly rooted in the ground, branches reaching skyward, but with the resiliency to just sway in the breeze, standing tall. And you don't need to pattern breathe this one. You can, but you don't need to. You just breathe deeply and naturally. And let's come all the way across one more time. Finishing up in the center. Turn the palms out and let the arms float down. And we'll do a quick closing today. Hands rise overhead, turning the palms over. Press the palms. Let's do that again. This time, let's press up onto the balls of our feet. And then as we press the palms, lower the heels. At the bottom, toss one hand up overhead. Breathe out as you let that hand trace down the midline of the body. Let's finish that on the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Hands coming back together. Hand over the lower belly. Maybe step the feet a little bit closer together. Close your eyes. And let's finish with 3 nice, long, deep breaths. One more nice deep breath. And as you release that breath, release the hands, the eyes, come back to gazing the room, give everything a little shake out. Thanks for joining me for the Wake Up Flow. We'll be back in a few hours. Have a great weekend. Namaste.